In a world where only a handful of nations control nuclear power, Pakistan stands among them. It built a nuclear arsenal, advanced missile systems, and one of the largest militaries in the world. And today, its strategic decisions can influence conflicts far beyond South Asia. But how did a country facing economic struggles and regional pressure build such a powerful deterrent? And why do global analysts still closely watch Pakistan whenever tensions rise in Asia or the Middle East? The answer lies in decades of strategy, science, and military planning that reshaped Pakistan's role on the global stage. Before we continue, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let's dive into how Pakistan first became a nuclear power. Pakistan's nuclear story really began in the shadow of a major geopolitical shock. After the 1971 war with India and the loss of East Pakistan, the country's leadership made a strategic decision. Pakistan would never again be left vulnerable. In 1972, the government formally launched a nuclear weapons program, beginning decades of research, secrecy, and technological development. For years, the program remained hidden, built quietly by scientists and engineers working under immense pressure. That long effort finally burst into the open in May 1998. In response to India's nuclear tests, Pakistan conducted its own detonations in the mountains of Balochistan, known as Chagai-I and Chagai-II. Those explosions instantly made Pakistan the seventh nuclear-armed nation in the world. Since then, analysts estimate Pakistan's arsenal has grown to around 170 nuclear warheads, with the potential to approach 200 in the coming years. Unlike many countries, Pakistan has also adopted a first-use nuclear policy, meaning it reserves the right to deploy nuclear weapons if its survival is threatened. To maintain tight control, the country established the National Command Authority in 2000. This body oversees the entire nuclear program, from weapons development to deployment, ensuring that strategic decisions remain under centralized authority. But possessing nuclear weapons is only part of the equation. How exactly could Pakistan deliver that power across land, air, and sea? A nuclear arsenal without delivery systems is only a symbol. To turn deterrence into real strategic power, Pakistan invested heavily in missile technology, and that effort produced one of the most diverse missile arsenals in Asia. Much of this progress came through the HATF missile program, launched during the late 1980s to close the technological gap with India. The program gradually evolved into a full spectrum of ballistic and cruise missiles, capable of striking targets across the region. At the shorter range end, tactical systems like the Nasr missile can reach around 70 to 100 kilometers and are designed for battlefield deterrence. Moving up the scale are short-range ballistic missiles such as Ghaznavi and Shaheen-III, capable of reaching hundreds of kilometers. But Pakistan's reach doesn't stop there. Medium-range systems like the Ghauri II and Shaheen-III can travel up to about 2,750 kilometers, covering large portions of Asia. These missiles are designed to carry nuclear warheads and form the backbone of Pakistan's strategic deterrent. Cruise missiles also play a critical role. The Babur series can be launched from land or sea, while the Ra'ad missile can be carried by aircraft. Together, these systems give Pakistan multiple launch platforms, making its arsenal more flexible and harder to neutralize. Some reports even suggest Pakistan is exploring intercontinental ballistic missile technology that could reach targets thousands of kilometers away. But missiles alone don't guarantee strategic strength. Behind them stands something even more powerful, an entire military machine built to protect and deploy them. Pakistan's nuclear capability is backed by one of the largest military forces in the world. The country maintains roughly 660,000 active military personnel, supported by about 550,000 reserves and more than 290,000 paramilitary forces. At the center of this structure is the Pakistan Army, the largest branch of the armed forces, with around 560,000 active soldiers and hundreds of thousands of reservists. The Army also operates the Strategic Forces Command, responsible for many of Pakistan's missile systems. The Pakistan Air Force adds another powerful layer to this structure. It operates hundreds of combat aircraft, including advanced fighter jets like the F-16 and the jointly developed JF-17 Thunder. These aircraft are capable of carrying cruise missiles and provide Pakistan with a credible air-based deterrent. Meanwhile, the Pakistan Navy guards a coastline stretching about 1,000 kilometers along the Arabian Sea. Its fleet includes submarines, frigates, and patrol ships, along with specialized units designed to operate strategic weapons at sea. Elite Special Operations units, such as the Special Services Group, further enhance Pakistan's military capabilities. These forces are trained for high-risk missions ranging from counter-terrorism to reconnaissance. Altogether, this military structure forms the backbone of Pakistan's defense system, ensuring that strategic assets remain protected and operational. Yet the true strength of a military isn't just the size of its forces, it's the strategy guiding when and how those forces might be used. Pakistan's nuclear strategy is built around one central idea: deterrence. The goal isn't necessarily to use nuclear weapons, but to ensure that no adversary ever believes they could attack Pakistan without facing overwhelming consequences. This doctrine outlines several thresholds that could trigger nuclear escalation in a conflict. One of them is the spatial threshold, which refers to large-scale military penetration into Pakistani territory. If an invading force breaks through major defensive lines, nuclear retaliation could become an option. Another key factor is the military threshold. If Pakistan's armed forces were severely weakened or faced catastrophic losses during a war, the country's leadership might consider nuclear escalation to prevent defeat. Economic pressure is also considered. A blockade or attempts to cripple Pakistan's economy could trigger what strategists call the economic threshold. Finally, there is the political threshold. If the stability or integrity of the state itself appears to be collapsing, nuclear weapons could become a last resort to prevent national disintegration. To manage these decisions, Pakistan operates a strict command structure built around the National Command Authority and the Strategic Plans Division, which oversee everything from security protocols to operational readiness. But Pakistan's strategic influence doesn't stop at its own borders. In recent years, its military relationships have begun reshaping alliances far beyond South Asia. In recent years, Pakistan has started playing a much larger role in global security discussions. Military cooperation agreements, regional conflicts, and strategic partnerships have all pushed the country back into the international spotlight. One of the most significant developments came in 2025, when Pakistan signed a strategic mutual defense agreement with Saudi Arabia. The pact states that an attack on one country would be considered an attack on both, raising speculation that Pakistan's nuclear deterrence could indirectly protect its Gulf ally. At the same time, Pakistan maintains strong military ties with China, its largest defense supplier. Around 81% of Pakistan's arms imports in recent years have come from China. Pakistan and the two countries jointly develop major systems such as the JF-17 fighter jet and advanced missile technologies. Pakistan also plays a global role through peacekeeping missions. Thousands of Pakistani troops have served in United Nations operations across Africa and other regions, making the country one of the largest contributors to international peacekeeping forces. Meanwhile, recent clashes with India and shifting alliances in the Middle East have pushed Pakistan's strategic importance back into global debates.
Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war.
Many analysts believe the country is entering a new phase where its military strength could influence security far beyond South Asia. With nuclear weapons, long-range missile systems, and one of the largest militaries in the world, Pakistan now plays a role that goes far beyond its borders. Its decisions can influence regional stability, military alliances, and even the future of deterrence politics. What do you think? Will Pakistan's nuclear strength continue to act as a stabilizing deterrent in the region? Or could shifting alliances and rising tensions create new risks for the world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.